8:39 right now, and it seems like all we keep hearing about is how AI keeps infiltrating our lives more and more, every aspect of our lives. Are we now going to see AI impacting airline ticket prices? And what does that look like? Would AI make creating our travel plans easier or harder? To talk about this now is brand and digital strategist Fisher, who can be found on X, Threads, and Instagram with the username @Fisher and through his website, fisher.media. Good morning to you, Fisher. And some major
Good morning.
airlines have spoken about possibly working with AI pricing companies to set ticket prices. Why and what's that about? Good morning.
Well, there was a hubbub about 10 days ago where news came out that Delta Airlines was going to use AI to set personalized ticket pricing. Now, how that in theory would work would be they know that I really like Vegas, or they know that you really like Florida. And so every time you go to book a flight to one of those places, that fare might be higher than somebody you might even be traveling with that doesn't frequently fly, right? Well, again, the hubbub was about 10 days ago. Delta Airlines has confirmed it will not use AI to set personalized ticket prices. The news follows criticism from lawmakers, of course, and the public.
All right, so we will come back. We have Fisher, who's I'm sure going to reestablish the signal. We're doing this all remotely, obviously. So we'll hope that Fisher reestablishes. Just so to kind of recap, because he and I did discuss this a little bit. It is a clever how AI works. So the way that AI seems to be working with these companies is they will determine your patterns because every time you go to a website, you leave a cookie or a cookie is left, I should say, in your computer. Fisher could explain that better than me. And so you go to a travel website and it will detect all these cookies that you did searches for, say, to go to Fort Lauderdale or to go to Hawaii or wherever. And so it'll see all these different cookies. And then what it'll do is instead of just directing you to something you want to look for right now, it will instead direct you to a quote unquote price deal towards something you have searched before. So let's go back to Fisher now. He is reestablished with us right now. So you were talking about how there was a big hubbub because Delta was talking. Initially, there was rumor that they
Yep.
wanted to use AI pricing, but then they said no, they weren't going to do it. But talk more about that.
Correct. Right. So they use normal dynamic pricing, right? So they know that people don't want to go to Tulsa, Oklahoma on the weekend. So the prices are much lower. But Monday through Friday, typically people go there for business. Now, Delta isn't using AI for ticket pricing, but they are partnering with Fetcher to deploy AI.
All right, we're having some signal problems. We'll get back to Fisher a little bit and figure that out. But so there's this company called Fetcher. Again, fortunately, I did a little reading on this and talked with Fisher about this last night. There's a company called Fetcher that apparently does the AI. So they were going to determine the issues. In other words, in terms of what you are using to. I think Pam, we have two people dialing in on the same, right? I think that's our issue this morning. All right, that's what's happening. We have the technology is still in its infancy, so we're working on this, folks. But apparently, what happened was this company called Fetcher. It promotes itself. It's an AI company that promotes itself with companies. So when you click onto a website to investigate something, Fetcher can look at all your cookies on your computer and determine exactly what it is that you're looking for, and it will try to redirect you to spend money, say in a certain direction that you had no intention of spending money on. When all you want to do is get the price of a flight to, as he said, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Instead, it knows that you did a search for a flight to Spain that you may not do for 2 years with your family, but all of a sudden it's going to say there's a special when there really isn't, maybe, et cetera, et cetera. So it's interesting how that happens. We have Fisher back. So Fisher, we have about a minute left. Let's talk about how this will impact car rentals as well. And when we go to rent a car, if say we damage it and try to get it fixed quietly without the rental company knowing about it, AI is going to rat us out, right?
Correct, correct. So Hertz is already using it, and the car rental company Sixth is already as well. So when you return your car, Hertz in certain locations, not all of them at this point, it will pass a computer and camera imaging around the car to look for dents, scratches, wheel scuffs, things of that sort, and can also scan inside. So we're already seeing that in car rental situations. Now, hotel checkouts could also be an interesting place, right? Hotels are exploring AI for auditing to monitor guest activities. In fact, certain hotels already have AI powered sensors that can detect smoking or vaping, triggering fines automatically to your bill. Now, there also has been some mix ups where you get fined for smoking, but in reality, it was a hair dryer or it was an aerosol hairspray, things of that sort. So there's a lot to work out here, but AI is again coming into our lives right now, not AI pricing on airlines, according to Delta and American Airlines, but we are seeing it creep into our travel plans.
Yeah, little by little. And by the way, whenever you go to rent a car, make it your habit. Now that we all have a device, go around the car and take both videos and
Yep.
stills up close and far away. I take about 20 before, and I rent a car often when I come to Florida, and I'm in Florida at the moment. So when I rent, even if they check off a box or something on their little slip, sometimes they examine the car. You note it by taking a picture with your phone because they could say, well, this was only a tiny scratch. Now I see a big dent. You
Yeah.
will have a
And it's in,
time stamp, date stamp.
I was just going to say, yep. Yep, it's time stamped
Uh,
and dated, and you can submit it and show when you check in all of it. So, and a lot of us also can. I mean, you're probably like it. Return the car and ditch. You just pull up, you get your bags out, and you're gone. And they normally scan and move forward. And so, it is important to have that proof that you didn't run into that building.
Right. Somebody could right after you leave, somebody could pull up behind you to bring back their car and
Hmm.
hit the back of the car you just left.
Hmm.
And now the company comes and says, what happened here? There's damage in the back of the car, and then you
Or
get dinged for
somebody that's processing your card could also do the same thing.
Absolutely, when they go to park it or wash it and blame you for it. So
Yep.
that's why this could be the only thing standing between you and thousands of dollars in damage that you'll have to pay. So, and it
Absolutely.
happened to me once, by the way, but this saved my butt. That, not kidding. Thank you so much, Fisher. It is awesome to have you
Thanks,
on
Ken.
as always. Brand and digital strategist Fisher. He can be found on X, Threads, and Instagram with username @Fisher and through his website, fisher.media. Have a great day, sir.